Hi, my name is Lena and I'm from Lena's Healing Haven. So for today, for this particular chakra series, we'll be focusing on the throat chakra. So the throat chakra is obviously in the middle of the throat and is for communication purpose. So for those of you who experience difficulty in expressing yourself clearly and honestly and also timely, it often indicates a blockage in our throat chakra. So, okay, for the throat chakra, the guides actually have 10 strategies for you to apply if you want to heal blockages in the throat chakra. So the first one would be actually to, okay, when the throat chakra is operating at optimal level, the color it vibrates at is bright blue. So the first strategy would be for you to visualize a bright blue crystal in your throat chakra that is radiating out bright blue light. And for you to chant during this visualization, Om Shanti Om. Okay, so those of you who watched my previous video on the heart chakra, this is a similar recommendation, just that instead of using a bright green crystal, you're using a bright blue crystal. Okay. So I'm told right now exactly what kind of blue it is because in my recollection, most chakra charts that are out there depicts the throat chakra as being light blue, but they say actually that's inaccurate. The actual color that an optimally functioning throat chakra operates radiates out is really not light blue, but actually bright blue. So it's actually this color. Okay. My apologies. Okay, I just happened to see this in front of me and I went to get it because I wanted to check if this was the right color, and they said yes. So this is the color that actually the throat chakra vibrates at, because some of the chakra charts out there shows the throat chakra as vibrating as a lighter shade, so that's actually inaccurate. Okay. So that's the first strategy, visualizing a bright blue crystal shining at your throat chakra and chanting Om Shanti Om. And for this one, it's actually sufficient for you to do it for just 5 minutes a day for about 3 days. Somehow the throat chakra is actually an easier chakra to clear. So that's good news for any of you who are having blocked throat chakra. Very easy for you to actually heal yourself. Okay. All right. So the second strategy would actually be to bask yourself in sunlight. The ideal time would be between 10 to 11 a.m. So for you to actually raise up your head, your neck, um, so that your throat chakra is exposed and you can actually feel sunlight shining on it. And that's it. Okay, so you just need to do that for 20 minutes for 1 week, and it will also clear the blockages in the throat chakra. Okay, the third would be actually for you to read Brian Weiss, BrianWeiss. He has a book called Only Love is Real. Okay, so apparently in that book there is one very small section consisting of just a few pages somewhere in the middle that explains a few important points in communication. And because of the way the information is presented, it's actually very healing to your energy system. So I'm unable to tell you which page the information is on because the book is not with me. But in any case, it's a very good book overall, very easy to read. So if you can get your hand on that book, I would highly recommend you to read it from beginning to end. And just reading it, it will actually heal your throat chakra. Okay, so those of you who enjoy reading, maybe this is a strategy you want to use. All right. The fourth would to pray to God, a higher power that you believe in, and to say this prayer: Dear God or higher power, I acknowledge the blockages in my throat chakra, and I accept my role in creating these blockages directly or indirectly, whether in this life or past lives. I seek forgiveness for any wrong that I may have done that has resulted in me creating these blockages, and I choose to release all negativity and all offenses that have been committed by me or against me, so that these blockages can be fully released and my throat chakra can return to its original state of light and love. Okay, so that's a prayer you should use. I would suggest that you rewind this 1 or 2 minutes and write down the words, because the way it's phrased is going to result in the optimal effect. Okay, these words actually come from the divine, so it's phrased specially for you to achieve an optimal healing effect. All right. Okay, the fifth strategy would again be to sing. Yeah, seems like I'm always asking you guys to sing, but this one makes sense because the throat chakra, obviously engages the voice. So obviously when you sing, the healing frequencies would directly have an effect on your throat chakra. So, but this particular recommendation is also slightly different from earlier recommendations that's got to do with singing. For the throat chakra, the best songs to sing will actually be lullabies, and the reason for that is because lullabies are very gentle, and you need very gentle vibes for the throat chakra to be able to receive the energies needed to clear the blockages. Because the throat chakra, unlike other chakras such as the heart or the solar plexus, the throat chakra is kind of like a small flat disc, almost like a CD. For those of you who are in my generation and know what a CD is, compared to versus, for example, the heart chakra, which would be like a large round bowl. So the CD, the throat chakra that's like a CD is more fragile and also has less capacity for energy. And it's also partly because the physical location is smaller as compared to the heart chakra, which is in the chest. Even though it's energetic, but there's always a connection to the physical body as well. So while the recommendation for the heart chakra would be to sing loudly and energetically, for the throat chakra, which is more fragile and more subtle, you require yourself to sing lullabies because the energies are milder, and it would create the correct shift in the throat chakra's energy system that would be suitable for clearing blockages. Okay, so any lullabies would do. Just choose a favorite lullaby that you want to sing, and just about 3 minutes of singing this lullaby for about 1 month. Okay, yeah. All right, the sixth strategy would be to actually eat soups and stews that contains beef or lentils. Okay, so the reason for this is kind of abstract, and they don't really want to go into details because there's also no need for you to understand to that extent. But basically, beef and lentils contain elements that are very healing for the throat chakra, and eating it in soup or stew form would be most easily assimilated by the body so as to produce a healing effect on the throat chakra's energy system. So you can try that as well. Perfect for those of you who are food lovers like me. All right, the seventh strategy would be for you to simply talk more with the conscious effort of expressing truth in the most loving and gentle way. Okay, because some of us actually take speech for granted and we do it unmindfully. So we just speak our thoughts aloud without any care for the quality of the words, the content, or the tone, and without caring what effect it may have on the listener. So it's very human to do it, but sometimes that results in the throat chakra being weakened because it's not being used in the best way. So the antidote would really be to just counteract it with mindful speech that involves lots of compassion, lots of tenderness, and also honesty. And because you are working out your throat chakra in such a purposefully um, beneficial way, it has um, that balancing effect, okay, on the throat chakra. It's just like working out muscles by lifting weights in the right way, or um, engaging in brain challenges so as to work out your brain muscle. um, if you want to improve something, just keep practicing in so that it strengthens and it develops correctly. So this is very much the same principle for this particular strategy as well. Okay, the eighth strategy will be to drink water that has been placed in sunlight for at least 12 hours, and for you to drink it with the mental visualization of the water transforming into divine light as it enters your body and passes through the throat. Okay, so you can imagine that you are actually drinking light. Yeah, so this particular strategy, it will be sufficient for you to do this about 3 to 5 times a day for about 1 month. Okay, the ninth strategy would be for you to love yourself more, because blocks in the heart in the throat chakra are very much linked to blocks in the heart chakra. Okay, it just so happens that they are also side by side. The throat chakra is just above the heart chakra, and there's actually a direct energetic connection between these two chakras. So a lot of times we are unable to express ourselves because of lack of self-love, because we don't believe in ourselves, or because we feel unworthy of expressing ourselves honestly. So um, For you to love yourself would be to allow the blockages in your heart chakra to be cleared. That would um, in turn send um, pulsating waves of energies up into your throat chakra that will also clear the blockages in the throat chakra as well. Okay, this is a strategy that is out of all 10 the simplest and also the hardest, depending on how you respond to this suggestion. Loving yourself is primarily a choice that you can apply at any single moment. But for those of you who are habituated to rejecting yourself, then you need to consciously break this habit and keep replacing unloving thoughts with loving thoughts. So this is something which everyone can do. It's a matter of how much you want to do it and how much you persist. Okay, so I can understand why some of you wouldn't choose this. I myself struggled with lack of self-love for many years, but here I am, fully loving myself to the extent that my husband jokingly insults me all the time, and I just completely like laugh it off. And I no longer care what other people think about me, and I'm perfectly alright if anyone were to think badly about me, because it doesn't matter to me anymore because I love myself that much. So what I'm trying to say is that lack of self-love is a very common issue that many people grapple with. But if you give yourself time and if you give yourself commitment, if you commit to healing this issue, it is possible. Okay, because I did make the shift from a place of lack of self-love to a place of complete love. And I can vouch, from experience, that this is the most important aspect of my journey. And because of this, I have transformed into a very different person who is extremely contented and blessed by the universe in many ways. And of course, it's helped me in being of service to others as well. You cannot help others if you don't first love yourself. Okay, all right. So the last strategy would be okay, you will need to actually find um paper, preferably of a slightly thicker quality, so maybe something like cardboard, that is the shade of blue that I showed you earlier on in this video. Okay, bright blue. And you will need to draw a flower on it. So it would be a very simple outline drawing of a 5-petal flower. Okay, any shaped petal as long as the five-petal flower. So this flower should be in the middle of the card, and the card should be about 5 by 7 cm. And then you need to place the card against your throat with the picture of the flower facing inwards. Okay, and as you are doing this, you will need to imagine that, okay, there's this Buddha in Buddhism known as Medicine Buddha. You can simply Google him so that you know how he looks like. So this is a Buddha that specializes in healing. And it doesn't matter if you're not a Buddhist, because frankly, I know personally, okay, that all the higher level guides, from the divine world, all of them are allies and teammates, and they absolutely do not care that in a human world, they are all known as coming from different religions. So remember that in the divine world, there are no boundaries and there's no differentiation, and all are filled with love. And this is also what they want for humanity. So sometimes they literally shake their heads and sigh when they see religions of the world promoting discrimination and hatred, which is in complete um, complete conflict with what religion is meant to assist in. So even for those of you who are not Buddhists, it's completely okay to actually connect to medicine Buddha. So for this last strategy, when you hold the blue card with the picture of the flower facing in against your throat, um, visualize medicine Buddha somewhere in front and above you. Imagine there's rainbow light emanating from him, and that this rainbow light is coming straight towards your throat, and it filters and it goes straight through the blue card that you are placing against your throat. This actually, they say, is the most powerful strategy of all 10, partly because you are involving a divine being whose role is to heal, partially because of the fact that this blue card is DIY, which means that it involves your personal effort and intention to create, and the combination of divine intervention plus personal engagement that has intention towards healing is extremely powerful. So um, so this process should take about just 1 minute, and you only have to do it once. So it really sounds awesome. And for those of you who have the time, to make the card, I think it'll be very much worth your efforts. Okay. And there's also no harm in getting to know Medicine Buddha and building a connection with him. He was my guide for one of my guides for many for a long time as well, and he's really really amazing when it comes to assisting me in health issues as well as in healing others. Okay, so he's one of the better higher level beings that would be good to connect to. Okay, all right, so we're done with all 10 strategies. It's really quite a number, of different methods and different time commitment needed. So I believe out of all these 10, you will definitely be able to find one that suits you best. And if you really don't want to apply any of them, there's always a sound healing segment next that you can listen to for healing your throat chakra. Alright, so I'm going to start now. So as usual, please close your eyes and relax and set the intention for yourself to receive healing. So for your throat chakra, okay, for your highest good. Okay, we shall start. Okay, take one deep breath in. All right. So for this particular sound healing, you will need to listen to it 3 times a day for between 2 to 3 weeks. So as always, please use your intuition to guide you um, how many times you should be, how long you should be listening to it. But there's no harm in overdose. So if you want to play safe, you can always listen to it for the maximum of 3 weeks. Okay. All right. So that's the end of this very long video. But I hope you found it useful. And the throat chakra is okay, all the chakras are important, but the guys are saying that the throat chakra is actually the third most important. And why is that so? It's because words have power, and if you don't express yourself in the way you should be expressing yourself, you are actually losing a great deal of power that can potentially not just bring benefit to yourself but to change the world. Look at all the famous persons of history that has significantly brought changes to mankind in terms of self-development and also um, motivating other people to reach their full potential. Pretty much all of them are orators, people who make speeches to large masses of people. So that's the power of the throat chakra. You can bring about change as long as you are saying the right words in the right way at the right time. All right. Okay. So yeah, that's all the guides would like me to convey during for this particular video. So I'm gonna end off now. Thank you for watching and have an awesome day ahead. The next chakra that we'll be working on for the next video would be the third eye chakra, which has got to do with your intuition. It'll be a very exciting video, they say. So please stay tuned for that. So I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.